Hello race fans, Alex Weaver here in Studio 3. I have Jessica and Chase from NASCAR.com. We've heard this time and time again already this season. The number 17 is making folks mad on the track, and this time it's Erik Jones. Are we surprised that these two went at it?
I think when you look at just with Ricky Stenhouse and the way he's been racing these past few weeks, and even last year, if you look into last year, I'm not surprised that he's in this mix. I am a little surprised that Erik Jones was in the mix because we haven't seen him in any sort of situation like this. So when you talk rivals, you don't really think Stenhouse and Erik Jones, but they were at it this weekend, and like I said, Ricky has been doing this past couple weeks, so maybe this is a trend that we could see continue as the rest of the 2019 season continues.
It's definitely a trend, and I love this trend because when I was watching them race yesterday, I was on the edge of my seat. I mean, it was incredible racing. You have two young, passionate guys fighting for every single position that they possibly can. Very entertaining stuff for sure.
All right, so question for the both of you. Do we like this kind of racing that Stenhouse is doing, or does he need to back up just a little bit?
So from a fan perspective, like Chase said, it was really exciting to see Stenhouse making these kind of moves and being aggressive like he is. So fans love it, I'm sure. It's entertaining. When I look at it from a competitor perspective, I can see why guys like Martin Truex Jr., guys like that are getting a little irritated at Ricky. Just because, you know, for instance, we look at Atlanta last week with Martin Truex Jr. He's going for the win, trying to run down Brad Keselowski, and you've got Stenhouse here, a lapped car that's just kind of sitting in his way like, well, I'm not going to move until you get this closer. So I think from that perspective, Stenhouse just has to approach it with, I'm not going to have any friends should I need them in the coming weeks. And at certain tracks like Daytona and Talladega in particular, that's going to be important.
You need some friends.
So he's just going to have to weigh that.
The thing that drives me nuts the most is when people complain about racers racing. Like, haters gonna hate, but racers gonna race. That's also a fact because Ricky's trying to get every position he can. He's trying to get the most out of that car that he can. And if that means making somebody mad, then so be it. Kenny Wallace said it the best. He had a tweet after the race saying that he's surprised that Stenhouse was able to get that good of a finish. Getting that good of a finish when you have everybody in your ear saying that you're too aggressive and all that. But I applaud Ricky. He needs to keep doing it because it's entertaining for everyone. I love it.
Okay, when you say good racing, I thought the finish with Keselowski and Logano yesterday was really good racing. Do you agree?
I agree with that, yeah.
Okay, so those guys weren't wrecking each other. They weren't pulling any moves like we've seen Stenhouse do in the past, where he could potentially or actually wreck the entire field like he did, or half the field, I guess I should say, like he did at Daytona last year. He's just not as good at weighing some of these decisions with when he can make aggressive moves, and maybe the timing of it and the way he does it needs to be worked on a little bit. It's just hard to say because it is entertaining. From a fan perspective, it is fun to watch. But if you look at it from a driver's perspective, I think maybe it could be a little bit frustrating.
You have to think, Ricky comes from a dirt racing background, and those races they're shorter. So he is used to going as hard as he possibly can every single lap, which I know with the drivers, they do that anyway. But there's some drivers that are more aggressive than others, and Ricky is one of those drivers. His teammate Ryan Newman, also one of those drivers. So I love it. The more aggressive a driver can get, the better. And I want Ricky to keep doing it, keep making people mad, and keep it brings a lot of dialogue to the table. And I love it when people get mad at drivers and other drivers getting mad at each other and everything. It's what the sport is all about. It's NASCAR.
All right, well, we might be debating this for weeks to come. The last 3 out of 3 races, the number 17 has been on somebody's no list. We'll see if he goes 4 for 4 coming up on ISM Raceway. It's Phoenix at 3:30 on Fox.